We all do it. We share our favorite restaurant, our favorite shoes, our latest workout, and other products we love on social media. Last year, sharing these types of things online generated billions of dollars in sales. With more people shopping online every day, that number is expected to be in the trillions by 2026. It's no wonder affiliate models are attracting more and more people to earn money for sharing what they love. So why not you? You have followers. People like or comment on your posts. Why not turn those likes and comments into money in the bank? By partnering with Isagenix, we can help you do just that. For more than 20 years, Isagenix has been making some of the highest quality, clean, effective, and science-backed health, wellness, and beauty products. If you ask us, our products are the best, but we'll keep it humble. Perhaps you've heard of Isagenix. We're known for offering the original side gig, but now we are introducing a brand new simple affiliate model. What this means for you is, as an Isagenix brand partner, you'll be able to market a whole bunch of products you can confidently stand behind, ones that have been clinically studied and validated with ingredients you can be proud of. So let's talk about money, shall we? As a brand partner, you'll start earning 20% commission, and that 20% can scale up to 35% as more people purchase from you. On any Isagenix product you sell, big or small, you can get up to 35%. Every single product you sell, you get paid, even if that same customer has ordered once or 10 times. You earn every time. That's different than pretty much every affiliate program. We don't have startup fees. You don't have to buy anything. No quota. Our commission rates are based on actual sales. No confusing point systems to worry about. Just share a link, and when someone buys, you get paid. It really is that simple. In addition to great products and more money than other affiliate programs, Isagenix helps you get set up fast. We suggest the best products to share, provide you with social content, and give you the analytics you need to nurture your customers while inspiring new ideas to keep the money coming in. Our products are perfect for anyone looking to invest in their health and wellness. And the best part is, millions of people are looking for products just like ours. Think about it, but don't think too long. That money has to be made by someone, so why not you?
Hello, what am I doing here? Hold on a second. I forgot to take that off. Listen, welcome to the show. Freedom, Health and Lifestyle, FHL, episode number 69. And of course, we're talking about no risk, no reward. I'm expecting Joey to jump on any second. But look, we're not going to worry about that. Like, subscribe, and share. And of course, check that notification button. That way you'll find out when we're on, or you'll be notified when we're on, usually about the same time every week. Maybe we're going to be upping that to a couple of times a week, but we're going to talk about that a little bit more. And of course, what is this? Well, it's personal development with a lifestyle plan. And of course, you know, we're focused on the 16-week challenge. And of course, if you enjoyed that video, if you go to mpmcquillan.com, you can learn more about that opportunity. But of course, the 16-week challenge is all about looking and feeling the best you felt in a decade. We've got tactics and solutions. Rule number one. What is rule number one? Eat what you want whenever you like, in the understanding that it's going to move you closer or further from your goal, right? I need to really concentrate on that right now, right? So look, 16 weeks to look and feel the best you felt in a decade. It really is that simple. And of course, you can go to facebook.com/The Real Mick McQuillan, download your goal sheet. And that'll help you create a vision for yourself as to where you want to be 16 weeks from now, or maybe 20 weeks from now, or maybe 10 weeks from now, whatever it is. But again, kickstart your 16-week challenge. Go to facebook.com, The Real Mick McQuillan, download the goal sheet, fill it out, send it in to me, send it in to Joey, and of course, get started on your well-being journey, you know, whatever it is. But it's all about looking and feeling the best that you felt in a decade. So you want to look better, feel better, move better, do better, and think better. And of course, better is a beautiful word. And you know, what you want is a strong reason why. This is important. You know, if you've got a strong reason why you're doing it, you know, it's going to help keep you focused, you know, on your goal. So kick off your 16-week challenge. go to the Facebook, or go to Facebook, The Real Mick McQuillan, download your goal sheet, and from there, that's going to get you started. All right. So this week's topic: no risk, no reward. Okay, so the phrase "no risk, no reward" emphasizes the importance of stepping out of one's comfort zone to achieve success. And in life, taking calculated risks often leads to personal growth, new opportunities, and success that wouldn't have been possible otherwise. Whether in business, relationships, or self-development, risk-taking encourages innovation and helps individuals overcome fear. When we face challenges head-on, we unlock potential rewards, from financial gains to emotional fulfillment, proving that those who dare to take chances often enjoy the greatest benefits. So in a world of entrepreneurship and investments, for example, embracing risk can be the key to unlocking groundbreaking opportunities. Many successful companies and individuals have achieved greatness by venturing into the unknown and taking bold, informed risks. Without these daring moves, the potential for extraordinary rewards, such as significant financial returns or industry-changing innovations, would remain out of reach. The principle of no risk, no reward reminds us that real progress and success often lies beyond the realm of safety, and it's through embracing challenges that we realize our full potential. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot to take on board, isn't it? What do you guys think of that? Put your comments, put some comments in the chat and let me know. To be honest, it's just so much to take in, isn't it? Like when you think about that, no risk, no reward, the importance of stepping out of your comfort zone. And I suppose we're all in our comfort zone all of the time, right? Aren't we? Like when I think about when Joey and I first did, our first, live, like I know Joey had some experience of, going on Facebook and doing Facebook lives and feeling vulnerable in that situation. I suppose when Joey and I started this, we didn't really know what we were doing. Some might argue that we still don't, and that's okay, but you do, you kind of grow, you grow through it. You grow through the uncomfortable feeling, right? But if you stay in your comfort zone, nothing ever changes. And if you're looking for change in your life, well, then you have to step outside of your comfort zone, right? You've got to change some things, whatever that is. I don't know whether you're looking for a new job or whether you're looking for a new opportunity or what it is that you're looking for. And if you are looking for new opportunities, this could be the right place for you, to find out more. We'll get into some of those things later on. So first thing, you've got to recognize you're in a comfort zone, right? And if you want to grow and achieve success, whatever that success is, like I said, it could be a new job, it could be a new opportunity, it could be a new relationship, or whatever it is. You've got to step out of your comfort zone. You've got to take that challenge to step out of your comfort zone. And of course, it's about taking calculated risks. That's what it says here. Taking calculated risks often leads to personal growth, new opportunities, and success. So what's holding you back? Like ultimately, maybe you're holding yourself back. No one else is doing it. Maybe you might blame someone for it. My parents, you've got kids, my partner, my wife, my husband, my brother, my sister. They don't think I should do it. They think I should just keep doing what I'm doing, whatever it is. Look, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. You have the answers. You've already got them. But ultimately, if you're not moving forward, you're going backwards, right? So, that video that we normally play, which I'll play at the end, the Bob Proctor, what's it called? If You Dream It, You Can Do It, by Bob Proctor. So, in fact, we should even watch that now, actually, because now we won't do that. We'll wait. Do you know what I mean? But there's no doubt that you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to want it. You have to want it so bad. So, you've got to take calculated risks. Let's have a look. So, what have we got? Comfort zone, calculated risks, personal growth, new opportunities. So, business, relationships. Risk taking encourages innovation. and helps individuals overcome fear. There's no doubt about it when you start thinking about innovation. Like I do think about this. Like I've got a quote on my wall here. I can see it in front of me, and I probably mention this quote nearly every show that we do. The quotes by Buckminster Fuller, who was a philosopher and an inventor, as well as other things. Back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and he says you never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. And I think about that a lot, right? And I think about how do you create new ideas and new thoughts? How do you have new thoughts? Where do they come from? And of course, that's what this no risk, no reward talks about here when it's talking about encourages innovation. Well, innovating ideas, problem solving. So, like if you've got a problem that you're just putting up with, and that problem could be at work, could be at home, could be wherever. I don't know what it is. Like, what problems you got. I don't know what problems you got. How do you solve that problem? Do you just tolerate it? Or do you have to step out of your comfort zone? Because you're probably comfortable with it by now as well. You've got this problem, you've had it for so long. You've just become, comfortable with it, sitting with it, going to work with it every day, whatever it is. And maybe you just need to change it, but you don't know how to change it. How do you have that innovation? Or how do you have those innovative thoughts? Well, you got to meet the problem head on, right? You got to meet the problem head on and make a decision to change that. Easier said than done, I know. I can only really talk about my life and what I've done and what I've had to go through and put up with. Like even, I suppose it's not that funny, but it's kind of a funny story. Like when we started our business, all those years ago, nearly a decade and a half ago, I didn't even want to start this business. And, now, we've got a really good business, but I didn't want it. And I tried to talk my wife out of it, by getting her to prove that it didn't work. And what she did was she proved that it did work, which changed my position a lot. So, and now we've got this incredible business, which I'm so proud of and happy that we've done it and we did it and we make a difference for people. We help people feel better about something that makes them feel better in their life. And that's a good thing to do. Like if you're able to change someone's emotion, that's a good thing. So, getting back to it, innovation and helps overcome fear. And maybe that's what I was afraid of in the beginning, what people might think. God, and that's not even important, is it? What people might think, especially if you're doing things for the right reasons, it's not important. So when we face challenges head on, we unlock potential rewards. And that's true. And I always say, look, you get the reward for doing the work. And that doesn't necessarily mean a financial reward. It can be a spiritual reward. It could be a sense of achievement. So proving that those who dare to take chances often enjoy the greatest benefits, and that's true. I think it is true, right? You have to dare to take a chance. Is it a chance if it's a is it, why do you have to dare to take a chance? And it's not even taking a chance, is it? If it's a calculated risk and you follow the steps, why shouldn't you kind of get the outcomes that you expect? Well, you probably would get the outcomes that you expect, right? If you've sat down, you've analyzed it. In fact, it goes back to that plan, do, review that Jerry and I were talking about was it last week? I don't think it was last week. It might have been the week before. And look, don't forget, you can go back and, if you go to YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook, The Real Mick McQuillan, you'll find all these videos here, all the ones we've done. We're on episode 69 right now. So there's 68 other episodes there that you can go back and have a look. But one that we did a couple of weeks ago was Plan, Do, Review. And the one before that was, the follow along, the listen along with 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. And again, these are all about, trying to influence yourself to get better. And of course, this is personal development with a lifestyle plan. So you would expect to if you're taking part or if you're working on yourself, you would expect to get better. And that's what we all want. We all want better, don't we? So look, I would go back and review that plan, do, review. If you're trying to put things into place. But look, if you're taking calculated risks, are you going to get it right all the time? No, you're not, but you're going to grow through it and you're going to enjoy the benefits of it, right? So, embracing risk can be the key to unlocking groundbreaking opportunities. And we're back to that innovation again, right? Groundbreaking opportunities. Maybe you're going to change something at work, change a system at work, to make things better. Change how you communicate, not just with yourself first. To be honest, if you change how you communicate with yourself, it absolutely improves, how you communicate with other people. That's one of the first things I learned maybe more than 30 years ago in a book called The Magic of Thinking Big. Book I would recommend. I told you how I got tricked into reading it. The guy said read chapter 3. I think it was chapter 3, which was, it could have been chapter 2, but it was that chapter was all about, he said read that chapter first, and it was a chapter all about a disease called excusitis. And I thought, damn, it's all about making excuses. I thought, bloody hell, I've got to read the whole book now, because if he asked me, did I read it, I can't make an excuse. But that was my gateway book. That was my book into personal development. And it really helped. It helped me learn and how I communicated with myself, which in turn helped me communicate better with other people, So definitely a good thing to do. Working on yourself is always a good thing. Self-education, education is important. Self-education, I think, is even more important. You have to always be trying to learn. Let me see. Hold on a second. Joey's trying to tell me something here. Who did I send that to? Anushka. Oh, wrong one. Hold on a second. Hold on, Joey. I sent the wrong link to somebody. Let me see. Delete. Okay. There. Joey will be in a second. Hold on a second, and then we'll start all over again. Maybe not. I'm interested to hear what Joey's thoughts are. I'm sure he'll be in a sec. All right. Sorry, Joe. That was my fault, buddy. I sent the wrong link. Or I sent the link to the wrong person. And now I'm wondering why they haven't joined. Only joking. All right. Let me see. Let me just... So annoying, isn't it, when people are, on a live and typing on their keyboard. Okay. So where was I? I was talking about embracing risk can be the key to unlocking groundbreaking opportunities, and so true. But like, you've got to embrace it, right? You've got to face that problem straight on. It's easier said than done. I know it is, but I suppose when I think about the challenges in business that we've had, we've got through it when we've actually tackled it. We've focused on it, worked around it, problem solved it, whatever you do, and come up with new ideas. Like, I suppose, I'm a systems person. I love systems. Systems work, and people can work systems. Oh, here's my buddy now. Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel so embarrassed. Hold on. Let's bring him in. There's Joey.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Joe. How you doing? Sorry about that, buddy.
No, not at all. I enjoy watching you on your live.
No, I did. I sent it. Do you know? Obviously, when I copied and pasted it into the WhatsApp channel to send it to you, but I actually copied it into somebody else's, and sent it to them. So it wasn't until you messaged me back that I saw you messaged it, and I thought, bloody hell, there it is. And then I figured out what I'd done. So look, no one's perfect. If you're watching, even I screw up, but look, Joey's still on. Look, winners find a way. So Joe, obviously this is episode 69, no risk, no reward. And you would have maybe heard me talking about, a couple of paragraphs that I have there. So the phrase "no risk reward," no reward emphasizes the importance of stepping out of one's comfort zone to achieve success in life. Taking calculated risks often leads to personal growth, new opportunities, and success that wouldn't have been possible otherwise. Whether in business, relationships, or self-development, risk-taking encourages innovation and helps individuals overcome fear. When we face challenges head-on, we unlock potential rewards from financial gains to emotional fulfillment, proving that those who dare to take chances often enjoy the greatest benefits. And in a world of entrepreneurship and investment, for example, embracing risk can be the key to unlocking groundbreaking opportunities. And many successful companies and individuals have achieved greatness by venturing into the unknown and taking bold, informed risks. Without these daring moves, the potential for extraordinary rewards, such as significant financial returns or industry-changing innovations, would remain out of reach. And of course, the principle of no risk, no reward reminds us that real progress and success often lies beyond the realm of safety, and is through embracing challenges that we realize our full potential. So, Joe, what do you make of all that? I was kind of walking through it there. What do to be honest, like Jesus, when I think about your story, and the challenges, your recent challenges that health challenges that you faced, and and how I think about, I'm in real admiration of you, Joe, because I think about, how you faced that challenge, and you kind of, you grabbed that, you grabbed that with two hands, and, you wrestled with whatever demons that you might have had going on in your head, and everything else like this. And you didn't focus on, in fact, you didn't focus on the past and what had happened. You focused on creating a new future, and that's what you've been doing. So, tell us about no risk, no reward, Joe.
Yeah, Mike, thank you very much for having me tonight. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our audience and our viewer. And it's always a privilege to be contributing to the program and the podcast. Mike, I learned in our journey, successful people, they're risk taker. And, when I read a book about people that they success in life, for some time in their life, they have to take risks to go beyond the challenge, go beyond the thing that they don't, or the comfort zone, I can put it that way. And, to get to where they want to be. So, because every decision that we want to make in our life, there's a risk there. And, risk in simple term, it's a potential to, harm you, or to challenge you, or to push you, expand you, put you out of your comfort zone. And that's why a lot of people don't want to go through that, that risk. But like our topic tonight, no risk, no reward, no pain, no gain. And, it's so true. And, every successful people that I follow, they went through some time that they have to take some risk to break through, to make the breakthrough. So, in my journey, I applied it to my journey, no risk, no gain, no rewards. And it's amazing when you put yourself out there, there's there will be some relationship, in our professional, in our business that we are involved. One of the risks that you take is you're going to lose a lot of friends, because they don't understand the professional. They have limited belief about themselves. They also have a limited belief about our business model, our professional. And, they don't want to take that risk. They don't want to, but it's all up here in our mind and our mindset. I read a little book today when I come back. It's called Mindset. A guy called John Haremsa. he is a one of the very successful story in our professional. You know, why I read that? Because I know to take some risks, you have to have a strong mind. You have to have a strong mindset. Understand, risk is something that if you educate and understand, you will willingly and to take that risk, because when you push through. I think we talked about something last week. When there is a storm coming, cows want to run away from the storm, but the buffalo want to take head on the storm, because they know when they take head on the storm, only for a temporary time, the storm will get past them and they get to the other side. But the cow want to run, overrun the storm by keep running, and sometimes they end up in a big problem and could risk their life. But with our topic tonight, I can relate it because in my health journey, in my professional journey, I have to take some risks. And if I didn't take some risks, I won't get the reward that I have today. I don't have the blessing that I have today. But when I look back, all the blessing that I have today, because of the risk that I decided to take full on and go through that risk. And when I look back, I said, wow, I'm glad I did become a risk taker, because without risk, there's no reward for me. So I'm very grateful that you brought up this topic tonight. And it's funny because we all related in some way in our journey. We have to take some risk. Some people want to take on, because when they surround themselves with the right people, encourage them, it's only temporary, and challenge and risk and those factors or element of life, it's only temporary, because you go through that risk, it's only temporary, then you get to the other side, and enjoy life more, your health, your personal, your well-being, So yeah, very grateful that you brought up this topic, because I can, and I think we both can relate to a lot of.
There's no doubt that story that you talk about where the buffalo, runs towards the storm, and then, and don't forget, when that storm's coming towards you and you're going towards it, you're meeting it head on. And yes, there's a moment where there's adversity, where, you're challenging, the storm is challenging, and it's challenging you, and then it passes and you're through it. Do you know what I mean? And then the cow is running away, he's trying to get away from the storm. But that storm is always going to catch up with you. It's going to catch, sooner or later, it's going to catch up with you. Do you know what
Absolutely.
I mean? And then you have to deal with it. And that not only relates to what you were talking about, but it also relates to procrastination. Putting off something that you need to deal with, today, and trying to deal with it tomorrow. When really, if you were to meet those problems and those challenges head on today, are you going to have less problems tomorrow? No, you're not. You're just going to have different problems. Like people, like obviously, my wife and I, we have a successful company, and people think that, when you're successful, you don't have any problems. You do have problems. You have bigger problems. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when I think about the people that work in my organization, and they're worried about them, maybe paying their mortgage, paying their rent, paying their bills, buying food and whatever they're worrying about, whereas, I still have all those worries and all of those concerns. But at the same time, all of those people who work for me, I've got to worry about getting enough money in to pay all of those people who are worrying about their problems. Do you know what I mean? So yes, being successful doesn't mean you have less problems. You don't. You have bigger and different problems. But that shouldn't put you off wanting to be successful, or wanting to achieve more, or even just wanting to have a better relationship with your spouse or your partner or whatever else. You should meet those challenges face on. But you're so right, Joe. To be honest, if there was no risk, there's a risk getting up in the morning. And we heard this, we hear this all the time. You get knocked over by a bus. It doesn't stop you from going out. It doesn't stop you. So I think we've just been programmed, and we've been taught what they want to teach us, you know, which is to be good worker bees, when the truth is you can be much, much more, and I think everybody feels that inside. I think everybody feels that there's more to life. There wouldn't be an expression, there's more to life, no one would say that, but there is. And it's about stepping outside of that comfort zone, meeting those challenges head on. And, what better way to do it than with a couple of guys like you and I who are focused on, helping other people to become the best version that they can be. And I just think that's important, Joe. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you use a very good example there. One of the biggest risks in our journey in life is driving. And, we get up every morning, and part of our life now is driving. And as soon as we get into the car, we understand that there is you put yourself out there in a big risk. Driving, there's a lot of other people driving in the road. You don't know other driver, but you discipline, even though sometimes you wake up a little bit late and you want to get to work on time, but you have to discipline yourself, discipline your disappointment sometimes to get to where you are. And we still get to work, most of the time safe, because we understand, if I'm not disciplined myself and doing speeding, it will get me a fine, or I'll end up hitting someone else in the road because I'm not care or discipline. So part of our journey is always a risk, but with discipline and stay focused on the course will get us to the destination where we get. You and I are starting this journey together, and I think you will relate to this. There's we understand there's a risk, because people out there will have their own opinion about our program and what we believe in it. But it's remind me that when we speak to people about our opportunity, our professional, and our philosophy that we learn through our mentors and leaders in our professional, we understand that every people will come with objection and have our own challenge. And but we've been surrounding ourselves in an environment that equip us to face the risk, discipline ourselves no matter what challenge that we face, because we see the big reward coming after the risk. And you and I are very, very understand that
Do you
risk
know,
that we.
Joe, while you're talking there, right? Do you know what I'm thinking about? Like I'm listening to you, and what pops into my mind, we're talking about risk, taking risks. When I don't know if you've ever played a computer game, but I'm sure if you're watching, whether live or on the replay, maybe you've played a video game in the past, maybe you get 3 lives, and you're
Yeah.
prepared to try moves and different things and you lose a life. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe, and then you lose a second life and then you lose your third life and it's like game over. And then you just reset and you start again, but you learn, what to do, and how to maneuver that so that you can get to the next level and the next level. Now, I know when, life isn't a computer game. Do you know what I mean? And you don't get 3 chances. Do you know, you don't get 3 lives. You just get 1 life, right? But just as you were saying, Jerry, there's going to be times when you fail, and that's 1 life gone. But you learn from it. Do you know what I mean? So when you come up against that challenge again, you already know what didn't work. So you've got to try a new approach, come at it from a different direction, and you keep having to do that until you get the outcome that you want, until you get over that obstacle, until so you've got to learn. I think most of us, we're in a prison of our own making in our mind. We see obstacles, around us, whether it be that person at work, that boss, or, whether it be, from an early kind of memory where you tried something and you failed, or someone told you that you weren't good with numbers or you're not good with money, or someone, a doctor tells you you've got, you're on the autism spectrum and, look, or, a doctor tells your parents, oh, he's never going to be the smartest and the brightest. Do you know what I mean? And, And that's a barrier, a self-made barrier that keeps you kind of confined, keeps you in this prison of your mind. And you've got to break free of that, right? You've got to break free of that and know that you have this unlimited potential that you just need to tap into, and that you can overcome almost any problem that's in front of you. And sometimes, I've got a thing on my wall here that says, a clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it. Sometimes you can just go around it. You don't need to even think about it. My wife, Kate, she sometimes worries about all kinds of different things, Joe. And I'm like, well, why are you worrying about that? And she's like, well, what if it happens? Well, it's not happened. Let's wait and see. Do you know what I mean? If it happens, then we'll worry about it. Then we'll deal with it then. Sometimes you don't even have to deal with stuff. So, look, there's no doubt that when you face those challenges head on, you do unlock potential rewards. And not only that, when you face that challenge and let's say, just like the video game, your first attempt, you fail. You reset, you have another go. You fail. You reset, you have another go. You fail. You reset, you have another go. You make a little bit of progress. And then you fail again. You're like, So it's about resetting, and going again until you kind of get the result that you want. And that's why you're unlocking these potential rewards, this personal growth that you're gaining from, this strength and confidence that you gain from trying and failing. Like we talked about it last week, Joe. Like when you were a little baby, you're crawling around on your hands and knees, and then you stood up, you took your first steps and you fell over, and your parents didn't go, stay on the floor, Joe, don't get up. Your dad didn't turn around to your mom and say, I don't think he's ever going to be able to walk. I don't think he's ever going to get this. It didn't happen. They were like, get up, son, get up, you can do it. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to tell you that you can do it, right? You can. And if you're wondering what to do or how to do it, reach out to Joey, reach out to myself. We'll put you in touch with some people who can show you just a better way. That's it. It's just a better way, right? So neither Joey and I are saying it's perfect. It's simple, not that easy. If it was that easy, everybody'd be doing it, And I think everybody, to be honest, Joe, what a load of crock that is. Everybody is doing it. Everybody's doing it. There isn't a website that I go on where it says, become an affiliate. You do it every day. I do it every day. Oh, have you tried this? Have you tried that? We're all selling something all of the time to someone. Even if it's just an idea, even if it's just yourself. And if you're out there and you're thinking, I'm going to get a new job, now you're selling yourself. You're trading your time for money. You just want more money for the time, So, look, I don't have all the answers. I wish I did. But I'm learning along the way. I'm trying and I'm failing. Just like in my video game,
Yeah.
You got to be part of your video game. You've got to be in it. You've got to be in it to win it, right?
Absolutely. And you're so right. We try, we fail, we reset. But what I see you getting better because, in our professional, in our business, we learn more about ourselves, because we know when we are getting better, the result will get better. And, you're so absolutely right. And I think you read my mind because I was thinking while you were sharing about the baby, if you watch a baby, they are the most risk taker, without realizing the risk that they have to go through to able to walk and stand up, and you're so right. As a parent, when they first have their first child, they kind of like don't want the baby to be, falling. But your second one, you see, you understand if they don't keep trying, they won't have the strength to stand up themselves. So they fall down, you just encourage them. You can do it. You can do it. You almost do it. And then, the baby try again. And all of a sudden, she walked or he walked towards you. So, I think one thing in our journey, a lot of people don't think about the ended result. And that's why they don't want to take a risk, because they only think about the present. I'm happy where I am. I don't want to take some risk. I don't want to take the risk of, talking to people, sharing with people, or show my opportunity to people, because I don't want to be embarrassing. I don't want to be, question my status in my journey. I don't want to break some relationship, or. But when we have the understanding that you are helping other people, if you don't share the opportunity and also the great product or services that we have, you're doing a disservice to other people. So when we understand that rewarding of doing service to other people for our opportunity or product that we have, amazing product that we have, we are kind of like said, why not? Why not put yourself out there, talk to people, ask questions, see if you can help them with the problem through our product, through our opportunity. Because there's a lot of people they are looking, and a lot of people they start to look at it and they talking about it, talk to a few people, and because they don't they come across the risk of say no to themselves up into their face, they kind of said, this is not work. This is not for me. I go back to, doing 9 to 5 every day, because that's how I was meant to be. But you are not meant to be just stay in a small pond all the time. There is if you just take a risk and just move over to this bigger blue ocean, you will see amazing thing in life. You will meet a great people in your journey. You will see yourself as a God highest form of creation. If you're a believer, you are not playing small anymore. You will want to play big, because you're meant to be big. You're meant to have a big reward in life. And with us, we understand. The bigger the risk, the bigger the paycheck, the bigger the reward will come with it. The bigger the problem that we are solving, the bigger the reward that we are able to have. And
You play,
nothing
Joey.
like
You play tennis, right?
I did.
Yeah. Now, when you're going out to play tennis, you don't go out there and go, "Oh, I think I'm feeling shit today. I'm not gonna play well. I think this person's better than me." You know, like you don't go out there. You don't go out onto the court thinking like that. But
Mm,
you know, like I wouldn't go out there. I would bet on me. Do you know what I mean? Like even if you were a better player than me, I would believe that I could beat you. Do
mm,
you know what I mean? I would. There's no point in me trying if I don't think I can beat you. There's no point in me turning up because I'm not trying to get better. Yeah, and you only get better by playing with better players, right? That's how you
yep.
get better. That's how you become the best, by beating the best.
Mm,
And you have to do that. So, like, if you're not turning up every day, and you talk about this a lot, Joe, every day you get an opportunity to do it right, to start it right, and if you're not doing that, if you're not taking those calculated risks, and, maybe why would you expect anything else why would you expect something to change? Like, to be honest, you might drive the same route to work every day, right? And it might be efficient, but it might not be the shortest route. It might be the most efficient route, or maybe you go that way because you like the scenery or whatever. But sometimes you need to take a different direction. You need to change direction. You need to go a different route. To get a different. You might still get the same outcome, but you might get a better result. Like even if you're going to work every day, like if I show up to work every day and my attitude stinks, right, because I've got a bad attitude, maybe if I showed up to work tomorrow and with a better attitude, maybe the day might go a little bit quicker. I might enjoy it a little bit more. People might be more open to having conversations with me, and it may help my progression within that organization or that company. But if I turn up and I'm an arsehole all the time and snapping at people and whatever, what am I expecting? Everybody, no one's going to want to speak to me. You know, when people see my phone ring, when people see me ringing them, they're going to think, oh, I don't want to speak to that guy. I hate that guy. Do you know what I mean? He's always giving out to me about something, you know? So attitude, just a change in attitude, just a shift in attitude, you know, could change things, you know, could give you better outcomes, you know, and make your life better, right? For sure.
Yeah, you're so right. Our attitude is one of the major factor in our our understanding to challenge the risk, because you know our attitude is where it come from our habit, you know, what we believing in. And you know, our believing system when we grow up were totally different. But when you know we found something that in life that not only educating us to understand more about ourselves, we understand more about the risks that we have to go through. We become better. And you know, you're so right with tennis. You know, you go out there. When I first start, I was terrible. I didn't know how to save. I didn't know how to return the ball. But I understand those people. They're just like me. We both have the same hand and leg. You know, they just, you know, they've been there for a while. They've been playing for a while. You know, and talk about risk taking. You know, and when you try, you get to a point and you said, if I try to do something differently and improve myself, and I'll see how it go. You know, at first, you know, for example, I want to. My partner said to me, and I want to make a drop shot instead of long return back to him, which is normally that's what I normally do. You know, I just make a drop shot. At first, it didn't work because the ball just spinning. You hit in a certain way to make the ball drop in front of the net. On the other side, at first you draw it, the ball just landing in your own side. So you know you take that risk, and you didn't have the point, but you learn from it. Maybe I didn't have enough slice to get the ball just drop on the other side, but oh boy, you know the feeling when you did it right after a few time you trial and error, or few time of failing. It's a, you know, it's amazing to look at it. It's amazing, you know, it's an amazing point to have, and it's spectacular. You know, people, you know, when you do it right and in front of your opponent, everyone, how did you do that? But they have no idea how many ball I try, take a risk. You know, I've been failing a lot before I make the perfect shot. And when the perfect shot, it's so spectacular to watch. It's so amazing. And the feeling you have is that, man, that's wonderful. But the people that they saw that, they have no idea how many times you practice that shot to do it right. So
Who was it who said, do you remember, you know, was it Michael Jordan? I can't remember if it was Michael Jordan or somebody else that said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
yes, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and that's just so important, right? And that just, like, it doesn't matter where you are, you know, in life. Like, if you're not prepared to bet on yourself, you know, and you're not prepared to take the shot, nothing's going to change. Nothing. You have to take a look at what it is that you want, take calculated risks, and these calculated risks are steps. They're just steps. You don't need to take, you're not looking to jump over the whole canyon in one go. You know, you're not. Maybe you have to crawl down the sides of the canyon walls and take the stepping stones across the river. Do you know what I mean? Yes, there's still risk involved, but you've got to take the big risk out of it. De-chunk it, break it down, you know, to manageable bite-sized pieces that you can then go forward with. You know, it doesn't have to be, you know, those little changes. You've talked about this before, Joe. Those little changes, you know, add up to one great big change, don't they? You
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
So, you know, how do you eat an elephant? You know, one bite at a time. You just break it up. Do you know what I mean? And of course, look, many companies and individuals have achieved success or, you know, greatness by venturing into the unknown and taking bold, informed risks. And it's not about being part of the crowd. It's about stepping out and being yourself, you know, and being you and taking a gamble on yourself, right? You are the leader, you know, that you've been waiting for. You're already it. you know? And just like what you're talking about there, in making that shot, practicing, behind closed doors, maybe sometimes practice visualizing it in your mind, slicing the ball and all this kind of stuff, even visualizing the ball, how the ball is coming to you. So, yes, okay, this is just a perfect, ball for me to attempt this shot with, seeing how the ball is spinning towards you or spinning away from you or whatever else. And then being able to apply that skill to be able to do it, like that comes from practice. So in our business, practice is self-education, learning, and applying what you learn. And of course, look, if you're not where you want to be, that's on you, right? If I'm not where I want to be, that's because I'm choosing to stay where I am. I'm choosing to stay stuck, if that's what I want to call it, So no one else is going to do it for me. I have to do it. Like no one else. When you're playing tennis, like and you're just playing singles, no one else is going to hit the ball for you.
Yeah.
You have to hit it, And if you don't hit it, you can't go, oh, well, somebody else should have got that. No, it falls on you. It's your responsibility. So no risk, no reward. You've got to take risks, calculated risks, not stupid risks. It's not a video game where you get to, game over, I'll start again. You've got to take calculated risks that are going to move you in a direction. Now, risk doesn't mean life-threatening risk. It could be a financial risk. Like if you gamble, if you've got 100 quid and you say, right, okay, I need 10,000 pounds. Okay, what I need is 100 to 1 racehorse to come in. I'm going to put 100 quid on it at 100 to 1. And if it wins, like I'm going to get my 10,000 pounds. Now, that's a risk. And I'm not sure it's calculated, like you'd be better off putting your money on a 2 to 1 shot, and going from 100 to 200 quid. Do you know what I mean? There's more chance of a 2 to 1 shot, favorite coming in than a 100 to 1 shot coming in. Do you know what I mean? So, and I'm not suggesting that anybody should go away and start gambling or anything. I'm just using it as an example about calculated risks, as opposed to, throwing mud at a wall and waiting for some of it to stick,
Yeah.
So not that there's anything wrong with that too. In our business, you want to be able to, you're slinging mud at a wall to learn, to improve your aim, to become more accurate. And some of it will stick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so getting back to no risk, no reward. So without, these daring moves, such as, informed risks, taking bold, informed risks, the potential for extraordinary rewards, such as significant financial return or industry-changing innovation, remains out of reach. The principle of no risk, no reward reminds us that real progress and success often lies beyond the realm of safety. And it's through embracing challenges that we realize our full potential. Like, Joe, we could go on about this topic for a while. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a lot in it. So I just want to encourage, if you're watching now, watching on a replay, I want to encourage you guys to take a risk. There's, nothing changes unless something changes. So it's you that has to make the change. If you're waiting for someone to turn up and, like if you're waiting for change, you're waiting for your boss to change it. You're waiting for your spouse to change it. You're waiting for your kids to change it. You might as well wait for the weather to change. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing you can do about it. Only you can do something about it. So, like, I would, if you're watching this and you're thinking, I do want change. Or I was talking to a guy, came into my office the other day. Great guy, nice guy, I like him. Delivery guy, Jamie, his name is. And we were just having a conversation. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm just looking for an easier way to make some money." And I'm like, what? There's someone who's looking. And this is a regular guy. So if there's somebody like that out there, there's probably tens of thousands, maybe millions of people out there who are looking for other ways to make some money. They're looking for other ways to do things, to make their life better, whether it be work-life balance, more time with their family. They want something more. And if you're one of those people, you need to reach out to Joey, reach out to myself. And again, we're going to get Joey's final thoughts in a moment. But, you can go to this website. But where is it? You can go to this website, risethriveglobal.com, where there's a group of like-minded people like Joey and I who are there, waiting to help you, right? Get started on your journey. Find out what it is that you want, to build your vision for yourself, and then put the steps in place to help you achieve that. And it starts by working on yourself. No one else can do it for you. Only you can do it for you. You've got to take the step. And Joey and I are encouraging you to take the next step with us. So with that, you can go to, Joey's Facebook page. You can go to my Facebook page, if I can find it here, The Real Mick McQuillan, or go to facebook.com, Joey Younger, go to facebook.com/The Real Mick McQuillan. Download, on that page, you can download the Freedom, Health and Lifestyle goal sheet. This will just start that process. Send it into Joey, send it into me, and let's start a conversation. What is the risk in having a conversation? What's the risk in that? There's no risk in a conversation, and you might be watching this now and you might be thinking, yeah, Mike, but I don't even like you. Well, then get in touch with Joey, right? I don't like Joey either. Well, then just piss off. Okay, go on then. Go and find someone else you want to work with, So, look, we're just going to encourage you just to start a conversation and start believing in yourself. Like, you've got to take a risk on, why don't you take a leap of faith on you and bet on you and bet that you can do it. I guarantee you can do it, So, Joe, give me your final thoughts on no risk, no reward.
No risk, no reward. Mike, I want to share something that you just shared with us. It's very important for me. And you touch about, because if we don't have risk, there's no reward. And we believe in that. And I would like to share my story, and you share something that is very important to me. Even people, they don't want to take the risk of have a conversation with someone. But you know what? Every day, that's how we sell something in life, is we have a conversation. Every day, that's how we attract our partners. We take the risk, we first approach, and we have the conversation. And we can always look back. The first time that you have the conversation with your spouse, it was funny, it was awkward, but you're willing to take that risk. And because you take that risk, that's how you end up. And myself, for example, I have end up 21 years now, 22 years now being married and have a family, because of the one first conversation that I was willing to take that risk. And, risk is part of our journey in life. And when people don't understand what risk they have to face to get the reward they want in life, they're kind of scared to take action. They kind of procrastination. In my journey, if you allow me to share my little bit of my journey and my story, 5 years ago, I was decided I'm going to do something about our retirement plan, and also our family wealth. So I decided to invest in property. At that time, we only have our home, and I want to invest in property. I have no idea how to invest. When I start talking to people, especially my friends at work, if they know about investing, and when I mentioned that I want to invest in real estate, they kind of all said to me, "There's a risk. No one, can't afford to buy a house now, even investment." But I educate myself. I went to an environment, to a webinar, seminar, any event that pop up that I want to learn from people. They already done what I want in life. And what I realized, you're happy to take the risk because you understand. When you understand, when you educate yourself, and you might talk about it, how important to learn about yourself. And our professional help you to learn more about personal development, learn more about yourself. Because when you understand yourself, That's how Mike and myself bet on ourselves. You do scared to take action nowadays. You do scared to move forward in life because you don't understand the risk. You don't understand yourself. And when you understand yourself, we are God's highest form of creation. We can achieve whatever we think about it all day long because we understand we become who we think about it. So, I'm very grateful that I started Cheney. I didn't even, the people that I told me there's a big risk there. You're going to be, have have to service the loan and you have to borrow a big amount of money. But then I just ignored it. I move away from that environment and learn from the environment and the people that have already done what I want. I look 5 years now. I'm very grateful, realizing that I did take that risk. But I did that risk with understanding, and, I have to make some discipline, some sacrifice. But if I didn't take that risk 5 years ago, I haven't got the result. I haven't got the portfolio that I have nowadays. So, sharing that little story, I hope you can relate it to. And like we emphasize it tonight, no risk, no reward in life. Even when I decided myself, I think, Mike, you can relate it to start on the journey of building a big business or global business through our models of our company. Everybody told me no one success on that one. Even my wife, she said, "How can you build a business? Are we getting money out of it?" But I see the drip every week on my bank account, and I said to myself, one day, I'm gonna look back, and the same thing 5 years ago I was doing with my journey in the real estate. So I'm very grateful that we share this. I hope everyone will take something out of this conversation that we have tonight. And like Mike, you're so spot on, because I believe, and you believe, every business is conversation. Our marriage is a business. And that introduced, it was because you approached Kate in an awkward way, or maybe offer her something to start a conversation, and it's applied to my life too. And we live now as a living proof of how important sometimes you have to take risks in life, because no risk, no reward, my friend. No risk, no reward. So I love you all. Thank you for the opportunity to share and contribute.
Couldn't have said it better, Joey. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, click that notification button. That way you'll know when we're on, usually around about the same time every week, if I can get my links out properly, and Joey will be on, right? That's all on me, no one else. You've got to accept responsibility when you get it wrong, right? And try and do it better. Now, don't forget the video at the beginning, which was about the brand partner. And I'd mentioned this last week. And if you want to go back and check last week's video, do, because it's all about that. But, there's two opportunities there. One opportunity, like if you're into social media and you love being on social media and you love building a following, you love helping people, definitely go and check out that video. The link, reach out to Joey, reach out to myself. The links are in the description. And of course, we can teach you more and tell you more and just start that conversation that if you're interested in maybe being a social media influencer and building an online brand, your online brand, maybe that's something for you, right? Maybe, but if you're not interested in that, you're like, oh no, I don't want to be in front of the camera. Oh my God, I'm too scared. I don't want to do that. There's another opportunity there to become a talent agent, like to open an agency and actually bring on board those people who do want to be on the front of the camera, right? So look, two opportunities there. Don't forget, links are in the description. Reach out to Joey, reach out to me. And of course, we're happy to start that conversation and see if it's a good match. I'm not saying it's for you. I'm just saying, if you're looking to do something, if you're looking to change something in your life, if you're looking to take, calculated risks and bet on yourself, just as Joey was saying, one of these two opportunities could be for you. Right? If you're in, great. If you're not, you're just not ready. We'll be here when you are. We're happy to help. Right? It's your journey, your life. You decide when it happens. You're the boss. Joey, great to see you, and I'll see you in a minute.
You see, we are created in a magnificent vibration, in an absolutely magnificent vibration. Born risk takers. Free. that conditioning takes place after birth. You can change it. It takes guts. It takes goals. Do you know something? You're sitting there watching this and you're thinking, my God, I'm going to change something. I always say, keep reminding yourself that you have tremendous reservoirs of potential within you, and therefore you are quite capable of doing anything you set your mind to. You really can. I don't care what the cynics tell you. Quit listening to some of your peers. Now all you must do is figure out how you can do it, not whether you can or not. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? You've got to create a sense of urgency. I'm going to do it right now.
If you can see it, you can do it. But the beautiful truth is you can do anything. We got to know there is a place. There is a specific frequency. And if you get on that frequency, you're going to attract what you need to you. This is what it's all about. Why have you been endowed with such awesome powers? If you'll make a committed decision, this I'm going to do. And you don't have to know how. You do not have to know how. The second you make the committed decision, you flip your brain onto the frequency that you have to be on to attract what you have to attract to manifest the thing that you want. If you can see it, you can do it. It's got to be something you want. Wants come from inside. Act like you're already there. Walk, talk, speak, live like you're already there. Don't set a small goal. Don't set something that doesn't really wind your step. Set it so big it jazzes you. It really gets you going. When something of a very high nature resonates with the very high side of you, you'll know it. You'll know it. You will feel it. Feeling is conscious awareness of vibration. The only prerequisite, do you want it? Not do you need it, not could you do it. The only prerequisite is, do you want it? Take the lid off your marvelous mind and dream. For goodness sake, give yourself the right to do that. Get your analytical mind out of the way. Put it in your pocket for a while. All you're doing is exploring, daydreaming. What did Lawrence say? All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind waken the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.